Well, you see, there's a lot going on in the world, but
should be going live here.
I don't know, man. I don't know what to talk about, man.
It's live.
Oh,
Does anybody want to start?
hello.
Tweet everybody.
Well, I'm
out.
definitely starting that ritual one next week.
Yeah,
Teasers.
Tweets out and
Tweezers.
post in the Discord. That's what I'm forgetting.
Discord? Oh, the sound.
Well, no.
Oh, the. It's a little more important. A little more important.
Actually, we will control shit.
Are we live right? Oh shit.
Yeah, we are.
Yes,
we
we
are
are
live.
live.
Watch out. You are sitting.
Hello. This is a little behind the scenes. Right before we.
I feel like everything
Start.
is behind the scenes
Yeah.
here.
Yeah.
We never have anything ready to go.
Yeah. We'll work on it.
Immediately.
on it.
All right, Evan Thomas is already in here.
Pass the meth. Pass the meth.
Shoulda known. Shoulda known. We'll get it going.
Nothing but the hard drugs.
Strictly for Evan Jones, of course.
Okay.
Evan Thomas. Sorry.
Evan Thomas, #1 fan.
Thank
Shout
you
out.
so much, Evan. You're
Shout
such a very good supporter of us, and we appreciate you immensely.
I
Bro.
just want to know.
We need to get you back on the
Yes,
pod
we
too.
do. Yeah. Yeah, maybe
What are
do
you talking
some.
about? We've never had an Evan Thomas on this
Oh,
podcast
you're right.
before.
You're right. Well, maybe Evan Thomas. Come on the show.
What happened to my... Oh, there's my popcorn. Alrighty.
Who wants to join? Who wants to start?
I'm starting next week for sure.
I can start. Just
Alright.
1 second.
All right.
Bro.
Show your tits, Mitch.
Which hard drug would each host most likely
Be
get
addicted to? Hard drugs.
Hard drug. Can we get definition of hard drug?
Well, it's heroin, meth. Would you consider cocaine a hard?
Yeah,
Crack? Crack
yeah,
cocaine?
I'd say cocaine, yeah.
What else would there? Oh, crocodile. That Russian one where like this
Peyote?
fucking peyote is more natural.
Can you get addicted to peyote?
I don't think you can
You
get.
can get addicted to anything, Mitchell.
Oh, I'm addicted to sex.
All right.
Hey.
3, 2, 1. Dude.
Chug, 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 chug.
No, I'm just gonna spill on myself apparently.
Okay.
Dude, what the hell is going on, man?
What's up? What's
What's
poppin', bro? You seem depressed.
I think I'm right there with you though.
Dude, I don't know. I just need to get the fuck off social media and shit.
That's
Yeah.
gonna be me tomorrow night watching the debate, bro.
Dude.
What's the brigade ale, bro? Fire Trucker. Shout out Fire
Fire
Trucker.
Trucker.
Thanks for the views.
It's like
thanks.
a brown ale, right?
Mm-hmm. I think
Some-
so.
Some good stuff. Good stuff.
Our homie Denver introduced it to me.
Nice.
Oh.
Denver, yeah.
Shout out Denver.
Should
Call
we
in
move
the
this a
fire
little
brigade?
bit closer? I think we're
Yeah,
good.
that's probably a good call.
There it is. What's up, people?
What's up? This pre-prohibition style golden ale from the dawn of the horseless carriage
Yeah.
era. So it's a golden ale.
Golden ale.
Do you think that I would do meth? I think that
I think you could be a meth. Yeah, I think you could be a meth. head.
Jeez.
Evan
Sorry.
Thomas brought it up. He brought it up.
Yeah,
He
that's
did
good.
bring it up. We're,
Uh,
we're starting the pod off today with hard drugs. All right.
Hard drugs.
Hard drugs.
We're actually doing hard drugs right
Yes.
So I'm Chris. I think as much as crack cocaine seems like my kind of thing, you know,
What you thinking?
it might be crack cocaine.
Okay.
Because heroin, like, it brings you down. But, you know, I'm that high energy kind of, like, let's get going.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Smoke that shit up.
Yeah. I can see it. I believe it.
Yeah, you're definitely meth, aren't you?
Yeah. Apparently. Yeah.
Definitely meth.
Thanks to Evan Thomas. I'm just putting
I
it.
can
Yeah.
see you as a meth head.
Get all strung out. Yeah.
Yeah.
I would not say heroin. I would definitely say coke. For those of
I
you
can
that
see it too.
are listening or not watching the live stream or watching later on, yeah, our homie Evan Thomas started the podcast off asking us, which
Yeah.
hard drug would each host most likely get addicted to?
Yeah.
Coke, 100%.
Coke.
100%.
Crack.
I'm already addicted, bro. That's all I know.
No, I do not have a problem with that.
Or speedball? Isn't that crack cocaine and heroin? I could
That
probably
just
do
sounds
that.
like a bad time.
A bad
dude.
mixture?
This sounds like a Four Loco,
Yeah, it probably is like a Four Loco.
but for hard drugs.
But for hard drugs, yeah. See, I think I'm probably that. I'm a
Yeah, okay.
speedball kind of
Okay.
guy. I'm Chris. You know? I'm a speedball kind of
Okay,
guy.
so yeah. What have you guys been up to, bro? Speaking of Fire Trucker, that reminds me.
Oh.
I think was probably my last bike ride of the year. But we ended up. What'd he say?
Carbs and beer.
Is addicted to carbs, bro. You're addicted to carbs.
Mitch is addicted to carbs.
Yes.
Yes.
But the fire trucker reminded me. I rode the High Trestle Trail for like one of my last rides, and it
Excellent.
starts in Ankeny, right across the street from the fire trucker, and goes 25 miles out, 25 miles back. Maybe I go through Polk City too. I go right by Cedar's
Right
place.
by Cedar's place. Yeah.
Right
So
by-
right by the outskirts.
Yeah, by the outskirts.
By the
Yep.
outskirts.
And
Just stop by the Cedarville and be like, "What up, boy?"
50-mile bike ride, bro. Got it done. You know what time it is. You know what time it is. It was a good ride though. It was a good ride. Me and Dave were the only ones to do all 50. We had about 6 of us, 5 or 6 of us.
5 or 6.
Everybody, 5 of us. The 3 of them only rode 32 miles. We rode 50 miles.
All right.
I'm pretty sure I ended up getting food poisoning that night.
Oh, nice.
Because we ate at a Mexican restaurant, got a burrito. And
I wonder which Mexican restaurant could that have been?
it was in Madrid. Madrid.
Oh, yep. That makes sense.
Yeah.
Small town Mexican.
Yeah. So, I puked that night.
Excellent.
Twice.
Get it all out.
And then I was sitting on the toilet for a good amount of time.
Out
as
of
well.
boy. Just
But it
clear
was
the
a good ride.
system.
It was a really good ride.
Clear the system.
On the way back, there was a tractor riding on the road, and
Yep.
we were riding in front of the tractor the whole time on Cedars Road. There's a tractor on that road,
Okay.
and he was riding, just going down, and he never passed us, bro. We were averaging like 20 miles per hour right about then, so we were
Booking it.
booking
Wow.
it, bro. We were showing him what was up.
See now, I'm gonna throw a little controversy here. Okay, so
Okay.
so Nolan, you're a biker.
Yep.
You know, not the
Bicycle.
vroom, vroom,
I'm a bicycle. I'm a cyclist.
A
bro.
cyclist.
I'm a
A
cyclist.
cyclist. That's the different.
Now-
that's definitely the term to use.
Yeah, for
Now,
sure.
Nolan, you and I were good friends. You know.
We are.
But why have I never found another cyclist that I really care about?
What you mean?
Cause I'm a long.
You don't care about Lance Armstrong, bro?
No, just fuck him. I don't give a fuck. I hope his testicles got more testicular
Bro,
cancer.
what's the you mean?
Steroids?
You mean Dupree? He says Lance has done more than one ball that we could ever imagine to do with 2.
True. True. Shout out, Lance. But
yeah,
anyways,
thanks for the views, Lance. Yeah.
I've never found another cyclist that I really care about because I'm a longboarder. You know, I
Okay.
try to share the trail, but it seems like every other cyclist is just a dick to me.
Are you weaving in and out? What's the deal?
Well, no, like
on the
I
trail,
do my
have
shit.
you ever had a bad experience on the trail?
On the trails? Yeah,
really?
for
Multiple
sure.
times?
Yeah,
No
I've never
shit?
had a decent interaction
Wow.
with a
With the-
cyclist besides
really?
you.
Really?
Yeah,
It's the cyclist.
yeah.
I haven't met you on the trail. Maybe you're doing
Oh.
dickhead shit, bro.
Well, bro, I'm just
Maybe.
trying to do some pop
On your
shove-its,
left, on your left.
some ghost ride kickflips, man. Slide in here and there.
You ever get back into the skateboard game or not?
No. I want to. That new skate park's coming to town.
Dude, I'm so hyped for that because I feel like Street League's gonna come, and Nigel Houston, and like that's the only one that I know or care about. But there's some really good street style skateboarders that would love that and like attract them to Des Moines. I feel like they would come.
I just want to see my homie Tony Hawk, dude.
Tony Hawk.
And Tony Hawk. Yeah.
Tony Hawk, come on out to Des Moines.
Yeah.
Skate your
That
heart's
or-
content.
Letitia Buffoni, I think is how you pronounce her name.
Phone.
So my real question of the night is who gave meteorologists the right to create words in 2020
Oh, you
for
mean
Iowa
yes,
storm
yes.
events?
Like this weird snow quarrel. Quow. Basically a fucking whiteout.
Dude, we were watching Jimmy Neutron last
Oh,
night, the
were
movie,
you?
dude.
Oh, Mrs. What's her fucking name?
The crow sounding lady. Yeah, dude. Carl!
Carl Weezer.
You gonna cry?
Piss your pants. You gonna eat that croissant? Croissant. Oh my god.
Yeah, but back to the story. What were we talking about? I don't even know.
The snow quow.
The snow
the new
quoll.
snowbird.
What was it called?
Snow quowl, right?
Was it a quall or a squall? I
Oh,
think
it's
it
a
was
squall. That's right. It was a squall.
SQUALL.
Yeah. Never heard one before.
Derecho, dude.
Yep.
Squall.
They're
Yeah,
just making shit up. I
like-
get you.
Do they have to like submit forms to put these in like the dictionary or like what like or
Dude, you're a
was it
meteorologist, you just make shit
COVID?
up on the fly.
True. Or did COVID break all, break
Norms.
loose and not let, and like nobody has reins on who can make up words. Like, is there like a round table of people who make up words? Like, who determines what words are?
I mean, like the round table of meteorologists?
Yeah. Are they all meteorologists and they can just make up whatever they want? Like, how do you name the hurricanes, bro? I know it's alphabetical, but who decides? Like,
Who decides the name?
Yeah.
I mean, why haven't we had a Hurricane Ladasha?
that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm
Or
saying.
Laquifa?
LA-A.
Yeah.
Dude, my boy's like, what about Christopher? Has there been Christopher? Has there been a
Hurricane
Mitchell?
Christopher?
Has there been a Nolan? No. I feel like Christopher there would be.
Yeah.
Just smash that popcorn.
Just destroy
Did you
shit.
eat all of it?
Dude, he's on getting them carbs, bruh. Look at that.
Oh my God, he annihilated
snack.
those, dude. That's
Popcorn is a snack.
insane.
A bag of popcorn you can eat by
Ooh.
yourself.
Is it one serving size?
I don't
No
think
way.
so.
We'll
Oh,
see
no
how I
way.
react later on tonight because my dumbass. I have this like really good popcorn seasoning I use. And I unscrewed the top thinking that I had like the little shaker on the top. No, it's a pop top, so I dumped it over and just
That's what I heard downstairs. Like, oh shit.
yeah, that's exactly what happened.
That makes sense.
And it's it's literally a butter flavored salt seasoning. So like halfway through the podcast, if you were watching me go, you know
Heart
what it is.
Heart attack. Do you smell burnt toast? So that's
Woo! Why do I smell antifreeze?
What have you guys been up to? Same old, or what?
Same old. Just trying to get used to that cold front, that snow coming down, that wet, overcast.
Yeah, what is this? So we had the squall
Squall.
on Monday, and you guys ended up getting 7 inches of snow up here this way.
You bet.
Yes.
Crazy.
I
And then
drove during it.
It's raining
Corvette?
today.
Okay, good.
I got a story for that, but continue.
It's raining today. I hear there's supposed to be a tornado tomorrow.
a tornado.
I haven't seen one damn in a while.
And
Not
then
the trailer park.
Hawkeye football on Saturday, baby. The Big Ten is officially starting this weekend.
Ooh, go Hawks.
And my Falcons finally got a win. They were 0-5, and now they beat the Minnesota Vikings on Sunday. So
Nice.
let's go, bro. Shout
so
out.
hold on.
Yeah, let's get those hurricane names
what
up.
Hurricane Christoph?
Oh, yes.
Christopher.
Hurricane Chris is a rapper.
Tropical.
There was a tropical storm
You're just
named
a
Chris.
tropical storm, you
Whoa, I'm a
weak
tropical
ass.
storm.
I bet there's been a Mitch. Has there been a
Well,
Mitch?
fuck yeah. I'll fuck
What's that
up
supposed to
any-
mean, huh? Huh, Nolan? Just saying.
You're only a tropical storm, dude. You're not strong.
Woo, baby! 1998.
What were you though? What category?
Category 5.
No
Damn.
shit. You're just a weak ass tropical storm.
Hey, Brad. I'm just chilling.
See, I guarantee there hasn't been a Nolan. See if there's been a Nolan.
Hurricane
You were in
Nolan.
category 5 though. Jesus,
Yeah,
dude.
See,
I'm
this
just
is-
a
Where
fucking
was yours?
force to be
Atlantic. Where was Chris at?
Highest wind speed 177 miles an hour, dude.
Also, speaking of that, did you guys hear that the new land speed record has been broken?
I was just about to talk about that.
Yeah,
The SSC,
Yeah.
I can't. Tuatara, I think is what's pronounced.
Yeah, Tuatara. 316 miles per hour is the record because he reached 331 miles per hour. And we can pull up the videos up. He reached 331 miles per hour, but the trial is down and back because of wind. So on the way down, he went 304 miles per hour, and then on the way back, he went 331 miles per hour, and they take an average.
Okay.
So that's the world record is 316 miles per
Yeah,
hour.
but Bugatti barely broke 300 with the wind to their back. Like it was one of those things where it averaged out to be just over 300, and that was because of the wind.
And
to the
when
back.
when you watch the video, you can hear how the ratio of the gears is there. I don't know the proper term, but it's like so low. It's like
Yeah, it's geared in a way that the final drive is meant to get up there. Like first and
he
second.
shifted at like 240 miles per hour. Yeah, dude, it was insane.
Because that's how it's geared. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
and the craziest thing about this, and people on the internet have pointed out that a lot of these kind of supercar companies that instead of developing their own motor platform because it takes nowadays billions of dollars to do, what they'll usually do is they'll go and take a motor from some other company, right? That's how Koenigsegg started out. They took Ford V8s like the Coyote 5.0s and just bored them out and fucking blasted those things. Someone pointed out that the pulley configuration of this lends it to be a fucking LS.
Ooh.
Say that again. Wait, what?
Ooh.
So, because of the water pump location and other
The
things,
SSC. This
is ran by a fucking pushrod V8, cranking out 1,600 horsepower.
1750.
So, 1750?
Yeah.
So, to put this in perspective, Bugatti spent billions of dollars to create a W16 with 4 turbochargers, all these like this magnificent thing, just to get shit on by some Americans in a shed with a fucking pushrod V8.
That's crazy, bro.
Like-
I mean, it's double. What's it called? Double turbo or whatever.
It's-
Twin turbo.
Twin
Yeah.
turbo.
Yeah, pull this video if you
But-
can. It's dope.
Hold on, we'll...
That's
It's a good looking
Slick.
car too. Yeah,
Slick
it's not. It's
video.
like a.
Our YouTube is not receiving enough video. Oh, we're having some video issues with
Oh,
YouTube, I
boy.
think. Hold on here, though.
Oh wow.
I always smack my face on this thing.
You're good.
Is it...
How much one of those bad boys cost?
There's no price on it.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's like
Priceless.
literally just like,
Made to vroom vroom.
and it's absolutely beautiful
Dude,
on the inside.
Yeah,
Wow.
no, it is a gorgeous car. Is it still popping up? Open widget. YouTube is not receiving enough video. Bullshit, you ain't receiving.
YouTube's just being a bitch. Maybe get your shit together there, YouTube. That's right. I'm talking to you. What's the CEO of YouTube?
I think we're good. It
I
says
think
excellent
we're
con-
good.
Okay.
I don't know her
We'll
name.
see how long that takes to refresh over here. Because it says excellent condition.
Ooh.
I don't know if
Sorry,
it's
guys.
actually
Sorry, guys.
excellent
Thank you for
condition.
Technical
tuning in with
difficulties.
us.
Yeah, okay, there we go. I think it's fixed. I think YouTube
Okay,
was just being
cool.
dumb.
All
So
right.
this vroom vroom mobile.
Yeah, this Tuatara, the SSC, yeah. 1750 horsepower. Crazy, dude. Yeah, watch the video.
Whoa.
Let's see if we can.
Whoa.
Dude, it's a good looking car. It's definitely a mid-engine.
Yeah.
I've been seeing some more C8s, bro. I
Yeah.
saw some in Salt Lake City. I saw one in West Des Moines the other day. They're good looking cars, man. I saw it was a blue one in Des Moines, bro. Good looking car.
Is it that
Blue
like
C8.
light electric blue color?
Yeah. It's a good looking car, bro. That's the new Corvette. If you didn't
Oh,
know.
The
okay.
pictures
The
do not do it
mid-
justice.
The pictures do not do it justice. Yeah. If it was 2 days ago, that's probably the one. Rex,
It's
one of those.
by, I know, I saw the one by Top Gear. Yep.
Yeah, Top Gear. That's the one
Top
that I watched
Gear?
too.
Yeah.
Full screen. That's better.
That sounds
Yeah, dude. Hopefully we don't get copyright strike.
You won't.
No, we won't.
Same thing. Bad.
Yeah, it's like a 30-mile stretch where it's like super straight highway. So can you turn this up at all? Oh, okay. Oh, you need to.
He's got hand shifters.
It's a robot. We looked it up. They say it's a manual robotic transmission, like shift. So it's not just like listen to this thing. It doesn't even sound like it's trying at all. It's just
I'm so glad cars like this are coming back, though, because I remember growing up and seeing like the McLaren F1 and like the Diablo, like seeing these crazy cars coming in. Like, the last place to really do that in terms of maybe not just speed, but just in terms of like pure insane crazy cars was like a
What a crazy. And that's just a good looking car. I mean, it's definitely a race car.
Yeah, even the inside looks
Yeah, it's really
modern.
crazy. Never heard of this company though, at all.
correct me if I'm wrong, people who are geeks. I'm pretty sure it's an offset of Shelby.
Did you guys see what else came out car wise? or they released a video for it.
I don't think so.
The Hummer, GMC
Yes,
Hummer.
okay, I did see that.
It's fully electric. If you
wow.
go to GMC's website, we can watch that one as well. It's really cool.
Yeah.
An electric Hummer.
It's 1,000 horsepower is what they said. It doesn't show the towing capacity yet because it's all like there's probably like 3 of them right now, but it's just like pretty much just like the Tesla Cybertruck. Is it like it's an idea? But
they're calling it the world's first super truck.
Yep, the GMC.
Yeah.
Huh.
They're calling it the first super truck. It's
Is it priced at 69,420?
112,000.
Yeah.
No, 69,420.
No.
You guys didn't hear about Elon Musk?
No.
Putting the Model S or one of the model Teslas, he's put it to 69,420.
No shit.
For the memes, baby. For the memes.
I love it, man. Elon's the man.
Jesus.
But that's like serious competition too, because I feel like GMC. I mean, they announced the Hummer, but they kept it super low key, and then all of a sudden they're like, "Boom! Look what we've been working on." I think it's a big moment.
Yeah, I remember seeing the advertisement
with LeBron.
LeBron, what?
Yeah, LeBron's like the spokesperson for the Hummer.
Oh, I didn't know that. I just remember seeing there was they had like a series of 3 different advertisements during the Super Bowl this last year.
Yep.
Oh wow, that really was. No, that was this year, I think. Yeah, because Kansas City's won this year,
Yep.
right? Yeah, so never mind, that was this year. Holy shit.
And then COVID started.
Yeah, basically.
Yep.
So I remember seeing the adverts, and I was really looking forward to it coming out. I've seen pictures. I'm kind of meh on it.
Dude, watch the video though. Pull it up.
I mean, okay, I can pull it up. I was about to say, because I've watched the video of it, and the numbers are pretty.
I want to see the towing numbers. We don't have to watch the whole video, but I mean, they just don't know. I want to see what it can pull. I don't think it's on YouTube. We had to go to their website last night. Okay, there it is. Yeah.
Wow. That's looking slick. Almost got that Raptor look.
Yeah,
The real revolutionaries.
Well, if you tune in the podcast today,
Ones that
this way
change
you
the
get
game forever.
Yeah.
Understanding strength is never enough.
But this is LeBron's voice.
Evolving, imagining, seeing the world not as it is, but how it could be. That's how true greatness is realized.
Today.
That is how you change the world.
Get in the chat. Salt flats, baby. Well, allegedly the salt flats. I've never been able to confirm for myself that if they are salt flats.
I'm not a fan of the back end. Front end, I really am.
It's like, yeah, the lights are cool on it. It's like
Introducing the world's first
I do really like
all-electric
the
super truck,
the
the revolutionary
lights are
GMC
all
Hummer
over the
EV. With no limits, no emissions, and no equals, it will leave everything you thought possible in a cloud of dust.
it's crazy.
The quiet revolution begins with a nearly
And
silent
they're really, they
all-electric
kept
propulsion
mentioning,
system
they're like, this is
that offers 1,000
they
horsepower,
were like,
11,500 pound-feet of torque.
That's huge. That's huge.
And for the brave souls who dare to engage watts to freedom, the thrill of accelerating 0 to 60 in approximately 3 seconds. The innovation continues with the next generation of Super Cruise, a driver assistance feature that offers hands-free driving with automatic lane changing on compatible roads.
which is cool, but
And for remarkable driving precision, Hummer EV is engineered with segment-exclusive four-wheel steering to reduce
Which is
turning
actually
radius
nice.
and enhance overall
That's
maneuverability.
Yeah, that's nothing new, but it is a cool technology.
Want the leading edge of electric vehicle technology? We engineered the Detroit-built Hummer EV with Ultium batteries and drive units to maximize energy storage for an estimated range of 350-plus miles. And with 800-volt DC fast charging up to 350 kilowatts, you can charge nearly 100 miles in just 10 minutes. Things get even more revolutionary when you head off the pavement, because off-road dominance is engineered into every aspect of the GMC Hummer EV. It all starts with towering ground clearance, made possible by specially engineered 35-inch tires for an optimal balance of on- and off-road performance. And it's 37-inch tire capable for those who demand even more. With customizable drive modes, Hummer EV puts a whole new level of off-road mastery at your fingertips. Want to take on the toughest obstacles? Initiate the available first-of-its-kind Extract mode, and Hummer EV activates its adaptive air ride suspension to lift approximately 6 inches. That's revolutionary breakout capability. For driving information in real time, UltraVision offers a segment-leading number of camera views with up to 18, including underbody forward and rear-facing cameras. So you can enhance performance, maximize capability, and leave the world behind. But we didn't stop there. With a revolutionary new setting called Crab Walk, Hummer EV has the ability to drive diagonally for an agility no other truck can match. And full underbody armor and rock sliders help make Hummer EV ready to conquer even the toughest terrains. It's innovation engineered to ensure domination.
Ooh, aspens.
But Hummer EV is much more than an off-road beast. From the distinctive signature of its 6-bar grille to its micro-optic welcome, walk-away, and battery charging animations, every aspect of the Hummer EV has been designed to look and act unlike anything out there. Hummer EV delivers an unprecedented combination of innovation and luxury. The industry-leading infinity roof, transparent sky panels, and rear drop glass give the Hummer EV an immersive open-air design so you can experience the world like never before, or even the universe for that matter. The first and only one of its kind, Hummer EV.
It's a good truck. Overall, I'm very impressed. Which is the thing that's weird for me.
Be among the first to own the revolution.
Weird for me about it is that the top model is coming out first.
The real revolutionaries.
I was gonna talk about that. So the issue that we are going to see with this truck, if it is not an absolute success and GM delivers on everything.
The dates too. That's because the Cybertruck isn't until 2022. This is, they say, 2021.
Yeah. But the problem is they're releasing the top model first, which there's nothing wrong with that, but they have like 4 models total, and the base model's coming out last, and that is literally 3 years down the road.
2024. Yep.
The problem that I could see with that is the pricing. Even the cheapest one is still north of $70,000.
Yep.
And I think this was GM's thinking with this. And that's why, even though it is a GMC, they revived the Hummer brand. Mm-hmm. Because if this thing flops, it's no longer we have to cancel the Sierra now, or we have to cancel the Silverado. They've canned Hummer once before. They'll do it again.
Yeah, but I like. Yeah, I see that. But like,
I don't think it's going to flop.
I think it's gonna work. Yeah.
But you never know.
And
the reason I say that is, especially with advancements in like oil refinement and the fact that we are finding more and more ways to use oil, not even more efficiently, but just finding more oil on our Earth. I just don't, and especially with lithium as well, mining for lithium is incredibly bad for our environment. Not that, digging oil wells is any better, but it's to say that one is better. they all had their pros and cons in the long run, and where do electric vehicles get their energy from when you have to recharge them? Where do we get our oil from, and how is that mined? I know there's a tanker right now sinking in a sea with like 60 million gallons of oil on it. There's issues with each. I just don't know if we're ready yet, so I definitely see this being more of a...
But it's already been proven, though, that like Tesla is like doing it.
Yeah. And that's why I think, but at this price point, this will definitely be more of a niche truck. Mm-hmm. The truck that's really going to be bought and sought after is the new Bronco. 100%. Especially, I watched Doug DeMuro's video on it just a couple of days ago.
People have their hands on them, those?
He was able to get it. Ford contacted him and let him come out and mess around with the prototype model. Nice. And the thing with that is it didn't have a motor in it, so he couldn't drive it, but he could walk people around it and like explain things. And I've never owned a Jeep in my life, but I've driven different types of Jeeps, different generations, and I can tell you that the Bronco is going to be huge force to deal with for Jeep.
100%.
Not just because of its price, because it's priced just the same, if not cheaper than the Jeep, but with more options, and it's just all around a better car. Like I'm trying to the doors. So the doors come off, right? But when you take the doors off, the mirrors are actually attached to the car, not on the. So you don't lose your side view mirrors when you're driving, like you do on a Jeep.
Do you in a Jeep? Oh,
yeah, because they're on the door. Whereas on the Bronco, like Doug pointed that out, he's like, you don't lose the availability of your side view mirrors. The big thing with the doors as well, you can store the doors in the back of the Bronco. Yes. It comes with a storage mechanism slots, for them. Yeah. And that's the big problem with a lot of people have with the Jeep is if I take my doors off, I have to leave them somewhere. Yep. Whereas if I'm in the back of a Bronco, no, it holds it. I take everything off, and that includes the roof as well. I can take the roof, all parts of the roof, and the doors off. And hold it in the vehicle. Fuck yeah. And, oh, shit, it's starting to rain. It's not, oh, we're fucked and we have to get home. It's, all right, just put the shit back on. Yeah. It's got the same type of drain plugs. You know, I think the Bronco, I'm not a big Ford person. I'm definitely more GM when it comes to this stuff, and I really wish that's what GM would have done with the new Trailblazer line. Is something
I'm disappointed with it. It's
a fucking crossover.
It looks uglier in the Blazer every time. I'm hoping for the Jimmy though. If the GMC Jimmy comes to play, bro, I might have to dabble, bro.
I think if GM was smart, and I think if they're watching Ford closely. They've got, if this succeeds, this will, I don't want to say because of the price, I don't think it will impact the Mustang Mach-E. Dude, Ford, what the hell? You come back with the Bronco, genius. You take your electric crossover and you name it a fucking Mustang, dude.
Yeah, that was weird. I remember that, too. That's all electric, too, right?
Yes. So, Ford is getting rid of all sedans. The only cars that you can buy through them are the Focus. I don't even know if the Focus is still a thing, and the Mustang. I know for a fact the Mustang. And
they got rid of the Fusion?
Yeah, Fusion's gone, Taurus is gone, Fiesta's gone, at least here in the States. People aren't buying them. People are buying crossovers. So that their thinking was, okay, we're going to make a crossover and we're going to make it electric. Smart idea. Very smart. People will buy into that. You have so many names that they could have pulled from. Like, if you're going to tarnish a name in terms of electric vehicle, Ford literally had a car called the Thunderbird. What? You could have named your electric vehicle the Thunderbird, and I think people would have been less upset about that than they would. Calling your electric crossover the Mustang. Yeah. Could you imagine if Chevy slapped a fucking Camaro badge on a fucking Blazer crossover and said, yeah, this is our new electric Camaro? Dude, people... Dumb.
Yeah. They'd be mobbing the streets.
Mobbing the streets, bro.
Just...
Can you used to buy a Ford GT or Ford GT still thing? Are they coming? Because I know there was a wait list forever.
I think it's production. Just at the point at like what they produce them at. You know, to my knowledge, they're still hard to get. But I just the automotive
It's
industry right now is
just-
going through some weird changes, and they're doing some things right. Like, I really like the idea of this. When I heard that GMC, like, they weren't bringing back Hummer as a brand, but GMC was going to be hosting the Hummer brand, I'm like, that's genius. You take something that's very instantly recognizable, that hasn't been in the public eye, and you take it from something that a lot of people consider the W-mobile of the early 2000s that were gas guzzlers and just completely impractical to something that is
Oh, don't say impractical, bro. I would
Impractical.
take any of them, bro.
an H1, yes, an H2 or an H3, no.
Fuck no.
Was there an H4?
No.
Just H3.
So you had the H1, which was the Humvee.
Boss, the fucking monster hog.
Yeah, and then you had the H2, which was the civilian version that GM took and said, we're going to sell this to the public. It was based on the Tahoe platform. So it was literally a Tahoe or a Suburban with a V8 in it.
Mm-hmm.
And then you had the H3, which was their crossover version
It sucks.
of, their stay
Nice.
away. However, the H1 those actually still go for over $100,000. So I think that's why they priced this thing around that ballpark. The thinking as well, people will pay
Yeah, your Joe
100K
Schmo's
plus,
not gonna.
for like, a fucking 30-year-old Humvee. They'll pay $100K for a brand new electric one with a warranty and shit from us.
Mm-hmm. Got that crab walk.
Yeah.
The crab walk.
6-inch.
Yeah, and I'm no engineer, will have no idea why, but it just seems backward to me that you're putting out your top performance one first. That I feel like it would be
That
easier
pulls
to
in
have
people
less.
into the showroom.
Yeah,
And that gets, maybe they can't afford that Hummer, but they can afford your new Blazer that you just put out. It's meant to draw attention to the brand.
yeah,
And then
yeah. Well,
you
the
make-
Blazer, GMC Blazer, GMC Jimmy, boy. I think they're still working on that. I think it's coming out. I'm not kidding.
I have not heard anything
I think they're
about this.
recreating the GMC Jimmy, and if they do, I think I had to buy it because that was my first car.
Well, if
So
they
maybe my
do, that would
second car.
2021.
GM really needs a car to compete with the Jeep and the Bronco, because I can tell you this right now, Jeep has had free reign on that market for 30-something years now,
Yeah,
and has had and the competition breeds innovation in this industry. It comes down to cars, to instruments, to computers, to anything like this. If someone is able to just run free and not have any competition, things get stagnant. And
yep.
with Ford coming in, and I'm not kidding you, they are going to take a fat shit all over Jeeps. 100%.
With the Bronco, you think?
The Bronco,
Okay.
yes.
Yeah.
Have you ever seen a fully optioned Jeep and how expensive those things are?
Yeah, they're ridiculous.
Yeah, we're talking 50, 60K. Like,
more than that.
well,
the Wrangler, like
if we're not
Rubicon
talking,
Wrangler,
well, that's stuff with like
Safari.
that's stuff with like aftermarket packages on it.
Yeah.
Jeeps also hold their value really well, but for Ford, their top trim level of the Bronco is still less than 50K,
Wow.
and this thing is fully fledged. It's got,
But it's still the four.
Everything.
It's not. That's not the 8. That's not the V8. That's just a 4.
that's the only thing that the people for the Bronco are disappointed about. There is the inline 4 and the turbocharged V6. Actually, I think they're both turbocharged. I don't know for sure, but
And the manual is only 4-cylinder.
and that's the other one drawback is that if you want a manual, you have to get a 4-cylinder.
I'm just trying to LS swap it, bro.
Yeah.
And
With the real motor, bro.
yes, the LS is the only real V8 out there.
Thank you.
Fuck you, Coyote fans. LS for life, dude.
Ow, ow.
Shout out. I'm more of a werewolf type guy anyway, so
Yeah.
it makes sense, you know.
Yeah.
Jesus.
Hell
No,
yeah.
But I'm not saying the Bronco's perfect. However, you also have to look at the demographic that buys these things.
Yep.
And a majority of them are not taking them off road. So having either a 4-cylinder or an inline 6 is like, Ford is smart in that sense. I can almost guarantee you down the line, if there is enough want for it, there will be a V8 version of the Bronco when it looks like it can hold a V8 fairly well, like a very small block V8. I'm not talking. It's not like Ford's gonna be like, yeah, 7-liter or 7.2 liter fucking Power Stroke diesel in this
You
bitch.
won't. Dude, you won't, bro.
Give me that power. No, not more of a Cummins. Sorry.
Power stroke or no, we need a
Dirty-
dirty Max.
Dirty Max, baby.
Dirty
I'd rather
Max
be
is all
coming
day.
than stroking.
Oh.
Just saying, boy.
Oh, wow.
Copenhagen long cut.
You know what time it is. We're talking Coors. We're talking Southern Comfort.
Yeah.
We're talking
Copenhagen long cut.
What about them Jack Daniels, boy? You
I
into
have some
that?
Jack Daniels when I start drinking.
I
that.
wouldn't. Don't tempt me with a good time.
But
you don't want to know what can happen when I'm on JD. I can do anything.
let's just say-
Karaoke, I can do.
Let's just say it might be a Brokeback Mountain part.
Whoa. Sweet. R.I.P. Heath Ledger.
R.I.P. who?
Heath Ledger, bro.
Oh. I was confused.
Words.
But yeah, dude. No, I am excited for some of the stuff coming out. So
Yeah, there's some cool cars.
Stuff. Yeah, cool.
Cool.
yeah, I'd much rather talk about cool stuff than shit that's going on.
Yeah,
in the
no.
world
So
right now.
what's the story with the vet?
Oh yeah, the vet story time.
Oh yeah, so all the way back to the beginning of the podcast.
So the snow
Monday.
went? Snow.
Snow
Snow.
Monday and Sunday.
So
Oh,
I
yeah.
got a call from. Oh yeah, we woke up to that on Sunday. So McKenna came and hung out with us this weekend.
Yep.
And we
We
woke
hung
up.
out.
We woke up the next morning. We looked out. We're like, are you
Shit.
fucking kidding me, dude?
Yep.
So I got a call last Thursday. For those of you that haven't watched or haven't listened, I had a bit of a boo-boo with my Corvette. I had to get the front end fixed. I have an aftermarket splitter on it.
Sad.
Yeah, very sad. It was a very small boo-boo, but it was still a boo-boo nonetheless.
Oh,
Fucking
COVID, dude.
Hold yourself together, Nolan.
Yeah, dude. Relax, bro. It's not that bad.
All right, so you got a
so
call.
for those of you that don't know, the splitter is a little plastic like lip that goes on the front bumper. I bought the car like that from a local dealership. So when I went to go get it all fixed, that was broken and they were replacing it. Well, they ordered one in and they said that they got the notification that I got delivered to the shop, and the shop guy said they got it, but they couldn't find it. So we don't know if someone stole it, or we don't know if they misplaced it somewhere in the shop.
Your vet?
No, not
No,
my
not
vet,
the
the splitter.
Oh.
Oh, no. Oh, I would.
Yeah.
My ass would be marching. How do you misplace a car?
Yeah.
Yeah, your car's gone. Peace. Later. Thanks.
My ass would be whipping a brand new C7 if that was the case.
C8.
But yeah.
Well, getting my hands on a C8 would be kind of difficult. I don't know if they'd. I would take a C7 if it came down to it.
If push came to shove, I think yeah.
But the thing is they're like, oh, we'll have to order a new one. They ordered a new one. I got the call last Thursday that it was in, and they're like, the soonest we can get you in is this Monday. So I'm like, all right, no problem. As long as, because the issue is I have to have this car back to me before this weekend, because I have to install the license plate because my court date is next week for my whole license plate thing because I'm a dumbass and didn't.
When.
I don't know if I should disclose that.
That's off
alright.
or you just bleep it.
It's not one of our podcast nights.
All right.
Context clues.
Oh,
It's during the day as well. So I have to go in.
courthouse? What was the address on that?
Here's the address. Here's the court date. You can come watch if you want. No. So I have, instead of being smart and just shoving it in my bumper, taking a picture, I didn't know that they would have just accepted that and said, "Yeah, that's good." No, I have to go in and prove now that, because at least the judge was nice. She's like, "Well, it seems like."
Oh,
this-
you've been talking to the judge and shit.
Well, so I went in for the license plate thing. The initial thing, it's like either pay by this date or show up to court. So I showed up to court and I explained myself. My dumbass walked in with the license plate holder saying, like, I purchased it. Like, I have it. And I explained myself, like, I got in the accident, the front end's getting replaced, and I just haven't, like,
Physically put it on there, yeah.
because I haven't had the chance to. And she's like, well, unless you have proof of it actually being installed, we're going to have you come back again. I'm like, so you're telling me if I would have taken this, I literally, like, could have shoved it in my front bumper and, like, held it up and taken a picture, and they would have been like, oh, yeah, you're good. It's the same thing with
And you
tint.
don't think they need to physically see it?
No, they don't.
No.
Because people do it with tint all the
Yep.
time. People take a picture of their car before they get tint, and if they get a tint ticket, go and they say, yeah, I removed the tint,
Tint.
show that picture, and they get off.
Yeah, that's what me and Mitch
Oh.
were talking about because I want to get tint, and that's what I'm going to do. Just take a picture
Dude,
before
there
I
was
get it.
straight up a dude driving that got caught doing 20 over on a suspended license and tags out of date. And they dropped the suspended license charge because he got his license back before the court date. I shit you not. You can literally literally go out there, get pulled over for not having a license, and if you are able to get a license before your court date, they'll just whatever. I'm not kidding you. So you think they
took
give
care of it though?
But the problem is they're like, but you'll have to come back. But this time around, it's not show a picture. Now I have to sit down with like DAs and shit, and like,
oh, they're not gonna get. I mean,
it's just more of a thing. I'm like, fuck. So I'm gonna have to come back in and explain myself again. And if I don't get it, I think it'll be more money.
Was the cop there?
No, no. When you go that first time, the cop's never there.
Oh, okay.
Dude, and that's the other thing. Like, people are showing up to like, someone showed up because they got charged on like 5th-degree theft or something like that.
Nice.
Yeah. And they were in like sweatpants and a sweatshirt. I'm like, brother.
Yeah.
What are you doing right now?
Were you part of one of those like Facebook videos? You know that old judge dude?
I know who you're talking about. Yeah, no, I wasn't.
He's like a fair judge or whatever, and it's like a courtroom pretty much, and all these people are like, I didn't pay my parking ticket, blah blah blah, but I got kids at home, and like he's a good judge, but
he's basically like, get the fuck out of my courtroom. This is a waste of my time. We need to actually put criminals away, which is how this judge felt. I could kind of tell she's like, why in the hell is this kid in here for like a license plate when he clearly like she's like, no, we'll go ahead and reschedule again. You'll come back in. You'll like as long as you can get installed by that day. And I'm like, I sure hope I can. And we're cutting the line again. But so I had to get that installed. But anyways, back to the original story of the vet. I pulled it out of the garage Monday morning heading to work, and I was running behind. I was planning on taking it in before work, but I woke up late and I just didn't get a lot of sleep.
It's a Monday, bro. It's a Monday.
Dude. It's a Monday.
And the weekend, dude. We stayed up so late on this weekend. It's whatever.
Dude, we were out late on Saturday. I was proud of us,
bro.
dude. Out at like 1 something.
Yeah, bro. I was I'm tired.
Yeah, you were.
I was up Friday night too.
You were cranky, dude, on Saturday night.
I was. Well, when the country's ass gets drunk, it's just like, okay, I'm
done. Gotcha,
dude. But so I pulled out of the garage and it's looking like cloudy and shit. But I'm like, we should be fine, because my plan was, I'm just gonna take it in over lunch. And once they take it in over lunch, we'll be fine. And as I pull it out of the garage, I start to see, like, Sydney. Oh, I know he was cranky. Yes, he was cranky.
I was cranky.
I start to see, like, I didn't know if it was snowflakes, but I'm like, hold on here. So I pull out my phone, I check the radar, and I just see this wall of blue moving in. I'm like, you know what? I'd rather be half an hour late to work when really my bosses don't even give a shit in the first place.
Yeah, true. Yeah, I mean, it's like I'm not even. I don't even give a shit. Like I work 8 to 5 or whatever.
Yeah.
Is what I work. I can like come in at like 9 and they'd be like, "Oh, cool. What's
yeah,
up?"
you're here.
Like,
You're getting work done.
Yeah.
You know, and so I went to, and that was the thing, because Taylor started her new job. She's got different hours. She didn't have work till 11, so her ass easily could have woke up and driven me, or like taken me back, but I had to. I was nice, and I'm like, I'll let you sleep in, and I'll have them shuttle me back here.
Okay,
so
nice.
I brought the car in, and it was around 10:30 when my boss came around the corner. He's like, "You look outside, holy shit, dude, it's snowing like a motherfucker out there." And I look, I'm like, I think I would have been able to get out of the parking lot a specific way, but the main entrance to our parking lot is like this. Yeah. And for those of you that don't know, the Corvette has 315s in the back, which the tires are literally like this wide. And the tread is about that thin. So when there is anything more than like a thin layer of snow on the ground, the car just goes sideways. I would be going nowhere. So I literally, and I didn't bring lunch, so my ass would have been stuck at work until the end of the day. But luckily I was smart, and I'm like, I'll take it in before then.
Yeah. Nice.
Yeah. And also the whole front bumper is getting replaced again too. So they decided to save money, and they're like, we'll fix it instead of replacing it, the front bumper. Well, a day or so afterwards, I looked at it, I'm like, there is clearly a seam in the paint where the big gouge was. I'm like, I'm sorry, I'm not gonna accept this, because this is my baby.
Yeah.
And I'm not gonna walk around in my car and always see this. And I brought it in immediately when they called me back after inspecting. He's like, oh yeah, it does. So basically what happened was the Bondo more or less shrunk up, and they're like, at this point, there's nothing we can do. We can sit here and sand it all day. It's just not even worth it. But he was very straightforward, and like, we tried to fix it. It didn't work. Sometimes it does. Sometimes it doesn't. We're just going to replace it. Thank God. I just wanted.
Did you get that bumper back then?
I forgot.
Or the old bumper?
I forgot to ask him for it. I really hope that when I go in soon,
It's gone.
And what do you mean it's gone? You think
I
they just
bet
toss that
tossed
shit
it.
out?
I bet
They
did.
could.
I bet they did. I
I've
bet
seen
they
some
did. They don't give
pieces
a
here
shit.
and
They're
there.
like, oh yeah, we had to replace it later.
Well, we'll see.
We'll see.
We shall see.
We shall see.
We shall
So,
see.
yeah.
We will see.
So yeah, I should have it back by Friday at latest. That's what they said. They're like, we're hoping we have it back to you by the weekend. It should be done end of day because it was supposed to. The bumper was supposed to be here today, and I'm assuming by today they mean it'll probably come in later. It probably came in later today. They spend Thursday fixing it. Either get Thursday night or sometime during the day on Friday. Call it good.
Get it dialed in then, baby.
Dialed.
Get that front license
Dialed.
plate. Are you gonna keep it on?
I cannot disclose that.
Haha.
It is a specific type of license plate holder where it's meant for like car shows where like it's not
Okay.
automatic, so I have to walk around to the front, but I can remove it and put it in. So like if someone's like, "Where's your front plate?" I'm like, "Oh, I forgot to put it back on," and I can click it into
I
place.
was at the car show, so I took it off. Just use the car show. Yeah.
Sir, it's a Tuesday at 10 a.m.
Yeah, and
My
sir,
bad, dude, yeah.
sir, I pulled you over like the last 7 times. How many car shows? How many miles do you have on this car now that you're driving to all these fucking car shows?
Hey, I have almost put 10,000 miles on that car since I got
Wow.
it.
Good, bro.
About
Drive
a
it,
year.
bro. It's a car.
Dude, exactly.
It's your
It is
baby.
a car. Nothing pisses me off more than why do you put all those miles on it?
I mean, I get
Bitch!
it. I mean, I get like country Chevelle like that, like 19, like the old ones. Like I get
guess.
not driving because that's 50 years old. It's 50 years old.
Classic cars.
Hello? Okay,
Yeah,
there
you're
we go.
definitely talking.
I wasn't seeing the signal.
Oh,
No
wow.
lights.
No,
No lights.
I see that to an extent, especially with the types of resto mods you can get, and I get that there's certain people that want a number match, but in the end of the day, that's just nothing but fucking, you know.
Oh, circle jerks.
Yeah,
Circle
I hate that
jerks.
shit so much. My
Been
Corvette
there,
is
bro.
98% parts correct for the time, dude. Okay, whatever, you know, get your rocks off in terms of like I got.
Get your rocks
Yeah.
off.
But
That's a
dude,
new one.
think about like you own this piece of machinery and you just let it sit there.
Yeah.
Like how fucking
Like,
boring is that?
man.
And like we saw how easy it was to replace this front bumper. Granted, this car is newer than like a C3, but they also literally made over 1 million. I don't know if that was. They made millions of Corvettes from like during the 70s and 80s and shit, 60s, 70s and 80s. There's parts out there. Maybe not for C2s, but C3s, they're all over the place.
Yours is C what?
6. It's a C6.
Yeah.
C6.
Damn boy.
Which is already 2 generations old.
Well, yeah,
Damn.
C8.
Yeah. And
Damn.
and that's and I was explaining that to people as well, like
Are they gonna do the Corvette X or what
I don't know.
instead of C10, bro?
No,
They'll
I
just
sure
do the
hope
iPhone
not.
move, dude. They'll
No,
just do
I
the
sure
iPhone
hope
move.
not. I still call it the iPhone X. I don't call it the iPhone
Chris
10.
hates me.
But
CX.
no, dude, and that's the thing. When you talk to people, when you think about it, that car, the first model year was 2005, which means that it was in production and things were being done to it years in advance. So that car is almost 20 years old, because the styling more or less didn't change over that. It ran from 05 to 2012, 2013.
Nice. So the C7 kind of had a short lifespan then.
Yeah, and I think the reason the C6 had such a long lifespan was the recession.
Oh.
I really think we would have had a newer Corvette if it wasn't for the recession. The C6
Interesting.
would not have lasted as long. It was easier for GM to just continually crank out the
That's
C6.
the cool thing. That's the cool thing about cars in general is that you can see like in 2005 they did this because of like there's like very specific reasons that they did certain things on cars or didn't do certain things on cars. Like 2007 2008 cars has like a lot of like recalls because they were going through the recession and they're like, oh, seatbelts, we don't really need those, do we? You know, like they were like
GM's
cutting
ignition
corners.
shit.
Yeah,
No brakes.
the spark plug being like bunch, you know, just that type of stuff.
No, there was a lot of corners that you saw cut. I could literally do a whole episode on
Oh.
GM in the early aughts because they literally greenlit everything. Someone would walk up with a fucking napkin sketch, and GM would be like, "Yeah, produce it. I don't care. Fuck it, dude."
Yeah.
Like, think about it. the SSR was a thing. Which, do you guys know what the SSR
Isn't
is?
that like bubbly kind of thing?
The
That's the
bubbly
truck,
truck?
right?
Yeah,
Yep.
fuck that
And the
shit's so
HHR.
So
Yeah.
ugly.
I love the SSR. It is ugly,
Yeah,
but
it is dope.
like a year or two in production, they're like, you know what? Vortec ain't doing it. LS2, baby. Throw it. That was the one thing. They threw LSs in everything. There was a Buick you could get with an LS in it during this time frame.
That's a Buick? No, that's an Alexa.
That's
I hate that commercial.
Oh God.
Have you seen it, bro?
No, I don't watch the commercials.
you don't watch
I
Sorry, no.
don't watch advertisements.
I don't
burns
associate
me.
myself with social constructs of any kind beside podcasts called the Quarter Life Crisis.
No, dude.
More like I don't conform to society.
yeah, I don't conform
But
at all.
Think about it.
I make
GM,
my own
like,
decisions.
they greenlit everything. Yeah, the HHR was a thing, and which was a better PT Cruiser.
True.
And all, and they're like, you know what this ugly HHR panel van needs? It needs a fucking turbocharged 4-cylinder in it, super sport. Boom. You know what this Pontiac Grand Prix needs? LS. Buick,
Bro,
LS. Impala, LS.
What's your favorite of everybody in your high school that you can remember, or whatever the cars that they drove? What's your favorite like high school car that one of your friends or maybe you yourself drove?
Favorite high school car.
Mine had to be Tyler Havoc. Was it Tyler Havoc? He drove the Pontiac Fiero, bro.
He drove a Fiero?
Yeah, remember?
I
that?
don't remember him having a Fiero.
Was it Tyler Havoc?
I don't know. I know there was Tanner Bradley, I think was
Had
his
the
name?
Bronco.
Had the Bronco.
Yep, I remember that.
So,
He
and
had
this
an
thing was
old
mint, dude.
Bronco.
This
oh,
thing was
mint. It was very
that was the one car that sticks out to me. I obviously had the most bitchin' car in high school.
Yeah. No,
Bertha,
I did,
dude.
I did.
Bertha.
Bro.
I know Bertha.
GMC Jimmy was
Exactly.
prime time.
See,
Chris
I
knows
know
Bertha.
Because you
Bertha.
still own it.
I don't.
Oh,
know.
yeah.
Not
Bertha's,
even- that's-
yeah.
Don't bring up the sadness. That even makes me sad.
What's the big envoy then? I thought that was
Big
Bertha.
Red.
That's big.
Oh, just Big Red.
Not
My
Big Bertha.
my parents insist. They're like, "Yeah, this is Big Bertha." I'm like, "No, it's Big,
Big
Red.
Red.
Don't put Bertha's namesake
Whose
on that
car
shit.
is it though?
It's mine.
Now.
Yeah, no, it's mine. Like it's my name's on the title. My names are on the
I
tag.
can't remember who I was talking to this about the other ones. It was Sydney.
I
She
paid
was
for
like,
the
how long
insurance
have
and
they
shit?
had? How long have they had the? Yeah, for sure. But when did you guys get that? How old were you? Was it like 8th grade, 7th, 8th grade?
2005. So we would have been in
5th grade.
So
4th or 5th
we
grade. Holy
so
shit.
that they got it. That was 2000.
I said 5th or 8th. I couldn't remember.
It's an 03 and we got it in 2005
Nice.
because they wanted something that had more versatility in terms of like power and 4-wheel drive because of Iowa winters that our minivan didn't have, and it was just larger. And they got a really good deal on it.
What do you guys think about the minivan life? Are you gonna if you
Nope.
like
Nope.
if you have family
Nope.
and have
Nope.
kids?
Nope.
or
Nope.
no
Nope.
minivan?
That's why I got that hatchback, baby. I
Okay.
can put a child in the back there.
Yeah.
I gotta be a sporty dad.
What
you know?
What if you need to get it? What if you got a lot of kids, bro?
You have a lot of cars,
too.
dude.
Yeah, exactly that too. If I had to get a vehicle for a lot of kids, it'd be a Tahoe.
Dude, I was thinking the same thing. Like I don't know the generations of the Tahoe, but like the late '90s, early 2000s, like round Tahoes. Those things are still fucking kicking, and they
Yeah.
still look great.
But what I will say though is that the
Tahoes?
Toyota
it's
Sienna is a very good. I will never talk shit about the Toyota Sienna because Kyle Kerser's Toyota Sienna is beautiful. It's been on a lot of Ragbri and camping. It was great.
Yeah.
2008.
Sydney, that is a recession model Tahoe, so I don't know about that one.
Yeah, true. We just got.
But you know,
she does. She talks about that Tahoe a lot.
Dude,
She
I
loves
will
it.
say
she loves it.
I think that's on a different platform because I know maybe it is the 360 platform because I know that the Envoy is on the GM 360 platform, which is what the Trailblazer was on. The Saab had a version of it.
The
Isuzu.
Saab, bro. I haven't seen a Saab in forever.
Oldsmobile, the Bravada, I think is what it was. They had a Bravada platformed SUV. There was a lot of stuff on there and on that platform, and those GM vehicles, like I said, the Big Red has almost 200,000 miles on there.
Crazy, man.
And the last major service I had to do with it was a coil pack replacement, which is normal for a car that has 200,000 miles. And it was one coil pack that went back. $70, put it in. It was a fucking afternoon of drinking White Claws and.
I miss the old Trailblazers. You guys remember those? Like the older, like 2005, 2008.
What the Envoy was, yeah.
Like kind of like that. My parents used to. We had a 2006 Trailblazer.
Yeah, so
I love that.
The Envoy is the same thing as that, just the GMC version.
But you guys had the big Envoy. We had the regular Trailblazer. Yeah, we had the regular.
So there was a
which was still big.
There are 2-row versions of the Envoy. We just have the 3rd-row version. I'm pretty sure there's because
my parents have an Envoy too.
What?
No, they have an Acadia. My bad.
Acadia, yeah.
Because I know that like Josh Pothoff, his family has that 3rd-row Trailblazer as well. So they made the Trailblazer in a 3rd-row variant.
My parents actually just got a HRV, CRV. The
HRV, it's a Honda.
Honda, yeah.
There's someone at work that has one of those. They're decent. They're
the inside is cool. The inside's like open. Like they have like this part right here is wide open, all wide open. It's almost like a bench seat. Really, honest. It's not a bench seat though. It's like I don't know. It's like
missed
spacious.
opportunity,
Next to
dude.
the Prindle.
Missed
Mitch
opportunity.
loves bench seats.
Dude,
I miss bench seats.
Dude,
Yeah,
I fuck with bench seats.
Mm-hmm.
Dude, I heard the classic. My dad used to have old maroon Silverado. It was just the 1-row, man, and it had the speedometer looked like it was like liquid. It was dope as hell.
It was like a single bar that went across it.
Yep. It was dope as hell, man. And there was obviously a bench seat, 1-row, but yeah, they're dope.
Dude, speaking of GM green lighting things, I know. So there's when the Envoy inevitably dies because it
has 200,000 miles on it.
You know, I don't want to get a vehicle if it dies before the Corvette is done, I will go and buy myself a specialty vehicle. If it dies after I've paid off the Corvette, then I will go out and just get a truck and call it a day. But there's 2 vehicles, and this is what I mean by GM green lighting fucking everything. One is the Trailblazer SS. They decided to throw an LS2 in the Trailblazer, and it looks sick, dude. The only problem is I don't think they came in 3rd-row variants, and I really want one that's a 3rd-row. And the other thing, they hold their value very well because most of those SSs, if they're under 100,000 miles, are going for like $20K plus right now.
Damn.
For a 12 to 15-year-old SUV, that's a GM product. The other one is the Envoy XUV, which is a truck SUV hybrid.
Nice.
It literally has glass panels that retract in the back, and you can use it like a pickup truck, but then you can close it up.
What is
and it's
that, like an Avalanche?
Yeah, so that's actually the precursor to the Avalanche was the Envoy XUV.
Okay.
So they only produced it for a couple of years, and finding a V8 variant of that is really, really hard to find. They're not expensive, but finding a good condition V8 variant, it's kind of difficult, especially one that's well optioned. But it's one of those things.
I have to interrupt, bro.
What?
My mustache is getting too thick, and I always
Play with it?
look like I'm itching my nose and picking my nose, but it's because it just tickles.
I don't know what to tell you, brother.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah. It's tough being the manliest man on this podcast.
That's a hot take.
You want to wrestle naked in front of the camera?
yeah. We'll see how much.
We'll see how man of you
are.
are.
We'll see how much of a man you are, then, motherfucker.
That's a very bold statement.
Dude, this mustache, neither you can grow a mustache like this. I'll tell you that right now. And the mustache.
Give me a year.
Dude, I did.
Give me a year.
Give me a year. Yeah. I decided that. There's no I'm the best this side of the Mississippi. It's just I'm the best depending which side of the Mississippi I'm on.
Right on.
Jesus.
Right on.
AKA I'm the best everywhere.
Wow.
No matter where I am, I'm the best.
Are you sure about that?
Yeah, at everything. Name something.
They're just at everything.
Driving cars, you really think you're the best on both sides?
Bro, I've raced go-karts when I was a kid.
Wow.
I know a thing.
You really think you're better than Earnhardt, huh?
Who?
Earnhardt? Yeah.
Look at his mustache. I am Earnhardt. What are you talking about? No, I'm just kidding.
Wow.
How
I don't
dare
know.
you disrespect Earnhardt's name like that?
I don't disrespect Earnhardt. I do everything because of Earnhardt.
My middle name is literally because of Earnhardt.
My middle name is Dale, so you know what time it is. I'm telling you what. I got my covers in my hand. I got my Copenhagen long coat in my cheek, and I'm watching Dale, baby.
Dude, could you imagine if he was still alive today and he still could have raced all those series with his son, dude?
Yeah, he's a legend. R.I.P. to a real one. Thank you for the views.
In heaven?
In heaven. In heaven.
I mean, whatever.
Damn, your hair's looking good, bro.
It's a little long.
It is getting
A
long.
little long. 'Cause it doesn't really work for the outfit for Halloween though. But
What's your
Danny Fenton or Fenton?
Really?
Yeah, Danny Fenton.
Hell
I was
yeah,
wondering.
bro.
You sent me a picture, and I looked at it. I'm like, I feel like something just about it looked familiar, but I could not put.
That was such a good show, bro.
Yeah, it was.
It's on
Was that
Hulu.
Nickelodeon?
Yes.
Nickelodeon? Yep.
Was it? Because I always thought it was. I always got it mixed up. I always thought it was like the same writer as somebody that did Fairly Odd Parents.
It
right?
is.
Is it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Which was also Nickelodeon as well.
Well, yeah, that's what that was.
Butch Hartman.
Butch Hartman. Yep.
Oh, okay. Is it Fairly Odd Parents on Hulu too?
I don't know. I'm not sure with that.
Does Nickelodeon still make movies? Because we were watching
Rugrats? Were you watching the Rugrats movie?
No,
Jimmy Neutron?
Jimmy, oh, that's
Bro,
right.
yeah.
Brain blast.
Yeah, dude,
I'm
that was
peeing
so funny.
in the shower. I'm still peeing in the shower. I love showers. Carl Louise.
All right, boys. I don't know. We about done.
Yeah, no, we've been going for over an hour now.
Well,
So
fuck yeah. Yeah.
Just
1
chilling,
hour
bro.
and 6 minutos.
What a good car talk kind of.
Yeah, it was a car. It was,
Well, car talk.
we stayed off of politics today, which is
Yeah,
very
it's
good.
very good.
Very
I did vote.
good.
Me and Chris have voted
Yes,
though.
we have voted.
I've not voted
Get
yet.
out there.
I'm waiting till the 3rd so I can march around in the streets and be a
Yeah.
heathen.
You
On the
do
3rd.
it, bro. Are you? Because they're open late. Are you going after work, or what do you think?
I don't know. I might take the second half of the afternoon off just to have it off and
Okay.
go vote. But that's the main thing. I want to go in and vote in person. So that's what I did, 4 years ago.
Gotcha.
That's what I did 4 years before that.
You voted 2 elections ago, president. You voted for.
I was
Obama?
able to.
Yeah, he was able to.
Or
Oh, no.
Obama, that president. Obama.
Yeah, I voted
and
in 2012.
Bush?
No, he already
2012?
served. It was.
Romney.
Yes, Mitt Romney.
Oh.
Yes.
Mitt Romney.
Yeah, because it was McCain in 08.
Because George Bush couldn't run anymore.
No,
Yeah.
because he already served 2
Yep.
terms. Because 08 was Obama and
Sarah.
McCain.
Oh yeah.
And Sarah Palin.
And Sarah-
Or, no.
Sarah Palin was McCain's running mate.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Obama.
Holy shit.
Yeah.
Crazy.
Yep.
It's weird, This time flies.
Time flies, bro.
Man,
Yeah, and then
man.
it was the 2012 election because I literally turned 18 like 3 or 4 days before the
True.
election.
Yeah.
And I guess we'll end it on this story, the podcast on this story.
We're doing Spooktober next
Yes.
week, by the way.
Please stay tuned.
Ooh, spoopy.
Next week.
The whole reason I voted in 2012 because I was a fucking 18-year-old. I didn't give a shit about it. I'm just like, whatever. I don't care.
Yeah, I voted.
Yeah, but I really, at that point, I'm like, I don't know what's going on. I feel like my vote just, like, I wanted to make sure I knew what was going on, and I didn't. Halo 4 had just come out.
Ooh.
And my friends and I went to the midnight release of it, and we stayed up the whole entire night playing, and I skipped school. My parents literally let me call into school that day and skip it on the condition that, like, a couple of days later, or that's what it was. I think it was the game came out, like, right around the time we were supposed to go vote. That was the whole stipulation. I got to call into school that day and stay home sick and play Halo if I went and voted. They're like, we don't care if you stay home for a day of school because I never skipped school. I never did anything like that. They're like, we'll let you, you're a senior, we'll let you have this one thing if you go vote. So I'm like, whatever. So I went and voted with my parents because I think it was that day. After it was like Halo came out, and then that day we went and voted. I can't remember. This was 8 years ago.
Yeah.
But it was one of those
People
things that are
don't
like,
forget.
stayed up until fucking 6 a.m. playing Halo, crashed,
yeah.
woke back up, started playing Halo again. And they're like, all right, time to go vote. I'm like, all right.
All right.
Oh, yeah, bro.
Whatever.
Submit that
There you go.
shit.
I voted sticker back to playing.
Yep.
Yep. Nice.
That's a nice story.
It's a wonderful.
It's a
just a
wonderful-
Yeah,
lovely
in the grand-
story.
I guess the moral of the story is 18-year-olds don't know what the fuck
Fuck
they
yeah.
want.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
most of them don't.
Yeah. I think I was still a kid at the age of 18.
Oh,
didn't
dude, I
really-
still
100%.
Oh yeah, dude.
21 is definitely where you should start being more.
Politically active, yeah.
Yeah.
And then when you're 25, almost 26, that's
like
when you
half
start.
your-
Yeah, it's like a quarter life
Hurry.
crisis.
Quarter life-
And I believe
I'd
that's
say
the
it's like my
podcast that we're
half-life
on right now.
crisis.
Thank you for tuning in. Half-Life? You're changing it to Half-Life?
I sure hope it's not your Half-Life.
You want to live to 50? That's it?
I got to at least get to 42. Maybe 69.
69. Yeah, that'd be good. I'd
year.
call it quit. I'd call it quits then. Yeah.
Joking the whole time.
You know? Oh, yeah. I'll be pulling out all the dad jokes then, for sure.
Fuck yeah.
All right, then. Well, this is Mitch.
This is Nolan.
And this is Chris. Stay cozy.
Later.
Tune in for Scaries.
Next week,
Spooktober.
you better be there.